Join me and my friends as we challenge ourselves to survive a night in the woods while being hunted by a killer. Can we make it out alive? We've all heard the stories. A group of friends heads into the woods for a fun camping trip, but things take a dark turn when they realize they're not alone. It's a classic horror setup, but what if it's more than just a scare tactic? What if it's real? We're about to find out. We set up camp, laughing and joking, trying to shake off the ominous feeling that's been building since we arrived. But as the sun starts to set, the atmosphere shifts. The trees seem to loom over us, casting long, menacing shadows on the ground. We try to brush it off as paranoia, but deep down, we know something's off. As night begins to fall, we start to hear strange noises, snapping twigs, rustling leaves, and the distant sound of footsteps crunching through the underbrush. At first, we think it's just wildlife, but then we hear it again, closer this time. We exchange nervous glances, our hearts racing with anticipation. Suddenly, a figure emerges from the darkness, and our worst fears are confirmed. We're not alone, and we're being stalked by a killer. Our initial reaction is panic. We're disoriented, scared, and unsure of what to do. But as the reality of the situation sets in, we know we have to act fast if we want to survive. We scramble to come up with a plan, trying to stay one step ahead of our pursuer. We move quickly, but quietly, trying not to make any sudden noises that might give away our position. We use our flashlights to scan the surroundings, searching for any sign of the killer. The darkness seems to swallow us whole, making every step feel like a gamble. As we move deeper into the woods, the environment becomes more and more eerie. The trees seem to close in around us, casting long, sinister shadows on the ground. We stumble upon abandoned campsites, rusty old cars, and other signs of civilization, but they only add to the sense of unease. The tension is palpable as we try to stay alive. Every snap of a twig, every rustle of leaves, makes us jump. We're on high alert, our senses heightened as we desperately try to stay one step ahead of the killer. But eventually, our luck runs out. We're cornered, and the killer emerges from the shadows. It's a heart-pounding moment, as we're forced to confront our own mortality. Will we be able to fight off our attacker, or will we become the latest victims of the woods? In the end, we manage to escape, battered and bruised, but alive. As we stumble out of the woods, exhausted and shaken, we're left to wonder, what did we just survive? And what did we learn from this harrowing experience? Trust, teamwork, and the unpredictability of nature, these are the lessons we take away from our experience. We learned that even in the darkest of times, there's always hope, and that sometimes, it's the bonds we form with others that ultimately keep us alive. So, what would you do in a similar situation? Would you try to outsmart the killer, or would you try to fight back? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to check out another one of my thrilling survival stories.